How can the churches of God and Christian people around the world respond to the gospel going out and criticize it? Because it's different than what they're doing, or whatever reason. I don't get that. But that's a good example of ungrace. Attacking fellow believers, spreading it around the world. That's terrible. And I would make a declaration today that that sort of ungrace is not what Hills Church is about. And I call you today, I think, to stand with me and to refuse to let it drop. Let grace drop from our lives. That we refuse to miss the mark of living in grace and honouring what God is doing amongst us and through us and in each other. It takes determination, really, to do that. And yet it's the calling. And I sensed God saying a couple of other things. I sensed him saying that we need his eyes to see that every other person in this place is equally special. That there's not one of us, one of you, who's actually more special than anyone else. Every one of you sitting here today are equally, totally special to God. On the same line. You know, I just think that's cool. And even people sitting here or coming here who feel like they're out on the margins and not really in, that's not actually true. Because in God's view, there are no margins. He only sees us. He just looks at our hearts, and he looks at hearts that are beautiful because they're walking with him. And he's satisfied with that. No one's out on any margins. Margins don't exist. And he sees us shining with his presence. And he said that we can choose to remove the margins that we tend to place around people, because actually they don't exist to him. There are no margins. And he said that everyone, as far as he's concerned, is right in the centre of this church. Every one of you are in the centre. Why? Because he is in the centre, and he is in you, and you are in him. We're together in the centre. So we can't marginalise people for any reason that you can come up with it, because everyone belongs in the centre.